Jai Gurudev, and welcome to this satsang today. The world is going through different phases all the time, right? We're going through turbulences, we're going through dark times, we're going through more lighter times, and so on, right? And the last 2 years we have been bombarded with fear, bombarded with this thing that's been going on for the last 2 years, and now we have new situation that is coming in, right? So what I want to share today is the importance of a strong mind and to be strong emotionally, or to be very emotionally balanced. Okay, because today when we get so bombarded by fear, it triggers our emotions, it triggers our mind, right? Because we are by nature, mind is by nature programmed to be in fear. So somehow within us we are recognizing this fear, and it feels like home. We feel like, whoa, fear is something that I am used to, so we just jump into it, right? So to become strong mentally and to become strong emotionally, we have to do some effort, right? And in the spiritual field, we are talking about effort about mantras, effort about meditation, and to have a spiritual practice. And this also comes into attachment, because emotionally we become attached, right? So now we feel for people who suffer, for example. Huh? So when we feel for people who suffer, we can feel compassion. But when we feel our own emotions to it, I can take, for example, when I was younger, I used to watch the news sometimes with my family or things like this, and I could see how people were suffering around the world. I could see wars, I could see people living on the streets, and I could feel inside of me that I felt so much for them, but I felt sorry for them as well. And I started to feel not so good, yeah? And this is not the right way. We should feel compassion and not attachment to any other human being, actually. And this is freedom. And this is something that we can attain. And when we can attain this freedom to be free from attachment of mind, ego, and emotions into other beings, other situations, we can be more of help, because we can help out of compassion and not being totally involved in it. This is what Jesus said also. He said, be in the world but not of the world. This is the meaning to that. It is that we can be fully absorbed into the world, into the mundane things, into everything that we do, but not being attached to it. Because what happens when attachment comes? We suffer. Because we become emotionally attached to some experience that we have. So today, for example, what we can do is we should always discriminate. And this is very important, because the media is always saying one thing. Yeah, we have noticed this the last 2 years. The media is propagating out propaganda in one direction, yeah? So the media is always like this. So we always have to discriminate. And you always have to discriminate your own mind also. This is very important, to always discriminate what comes from your mind, because the mind and the ego always want to hear what the mind and ego wants to hear. Not what I tell you, your mother tell you, or someone else tell you. The mind wants to hear what it wants to hear. The ego has its, how you say, I don't find the word for it, but the ego is like this. The ego holds this grip to all your ideas, to who you think you are and all this, right? This is just the ego, and we can be so entangled into that, And we can never become free when we are like this. We become very, we are not open. The heart is not open. We are very closed when we are like this. So, in a previous satsang, I was talking about the heart, I was talking about consciousness, I was talking about the Atma. So, consciousness is actually the observer. Okay? So, you have an ability to observe your mind, you have an ability to observe your emotions, right? Oh, I feel like this today. Oh, a past memory passed by. Oh, I feel so drawn to this person. Oh, I feel sad. Oh, I feel happy, right? And we can observe this. Oh, my mind, there is so much thinking, so much blah, 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 blah. Yeah? We can observe this, isn't it? When you do daily effort in meditation, daily effort in mantras, you will be more absorbed into that observer, into that consciousness. And this will liberate you from being totally attached into the mind and into the ego. Because what we have to understand is that today, when there is so much fear, it's so easy to just fall into that trap, right? We see now the situation in Russia or Ukraine, yeah? And we start to read a little bit about it. And all this fear starts to become activated in our mind and also emotionally, right? We start to feel for the people. We're getting fear because it's war, right? Or there's weapons and all these things, yeah? So this creates fear in our system. So by doing mantras daily, we chant Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. We chant, we chant, we chant, we chant, we chant. It creates a calm mind. It creates protection. It's like a shield, I have so many people that comes and they say like, oh, I cannot talk to this guy, or when I'm in my job, I feel so bombarded by thoughts, by emotions, and I become so into that. You may have experienced this, that you're very sensitive to energies, you're very sensitive to people, you're very, very sensitive to many things. But mantras builds up this protection, this field, right, of protection. It's very, very nice to have this. So my recommendation is that everyone do mantras every day. Okay, and if you want to, we can do a one-on-one session and I can help you to get started with this. You just go to my website, and I have the website in the field here, and everything I do is by donation. So don't think about the part of the money. Just whatever you want to support me with is okay. I just want to serve now, right? So if you want to go really into it, I can show you the proper way of doing things here, so we can get things straight. Because it's very easy to become trapped in our own ego. It's very easy to become trapped in our mind and the ideas that we have, right? So how we can set up a proper sadhana, a proper spiritual practice with mantras, meditation, and also exercises. Because when we become emotionally attached, what is happening? We are losing energy. Energy goes into that experience, right? Into that person, into that whatever happening is, right? But how do you gain that back? How do you gain a lot of energy so you always have an abundance of energy? We have to do certain exercises. We can do asanas, some people do martial arts, and so on. We have to do exercises to build up the pranic vibration in our system. Okay? We need to have a lot of prana, and we need to have a lot of fire. We are built up of 8 elements. We have the 5 elements. We have the intelligence, we have the mind, and we have the ego. Intelligence, you can also say the intellect. So those 8 components, so to say, are like the foundation of who we think we are. We think we are the ego, we think we are the mind, we think we are our intellect sometimes, the body, the ego. So by doing a daily engagement into the practice, we can transform ourselves. We can transcend ego and mind to move beyond this limited version that we have of ourselves. We come here by purpose, We come here, we incarnate because karma needs to be played out. There's only those who are fully God realized that incarnate into this planet without having to attain something. Okay? We have to attain a certain state. We have to attain the presence of the Atma inside of us. And this is not possible by being stuck in our mind, in our ego, because we have our own ideas about how things should be. So always discriminate whatever comes to you. Let it run through your mind and see if your mind is answering it. See if your ego is answering it. Or see if the higher level of yourself is answering it. Okay? So this is very important, because when you can learn to discriminate what's mind, what's ego, and what's, then you can start to have a step back, and you don't have to be so attached to all the fear. Because now, when the world is going into the next stage here of transformation, we want to stay strong. We need to be mentally strong, we need to be emotionally strong, and physically fit. Otherwise we will go down and we will be full of fear. And we want to help each other, right? We want to build a new world where there is no control, when there is no fear, when there is no violence, when there is no ego and hatred, right? Then you cannot be in this low vibration. We have to raise the vibration, and we raise the vibration by spiritual practice, by mantras, meditation. We can sing, we can dance, we can do a lot of things, right? So, first and foremost, the first thing you have to do is observe and work yourself to become the observer, to become one with the observer, and observe your mind, your ego, observe the outer world, what's really going on, because everything is a reflection from the inside. Okay, what's going on now in Russia and Ukraine is a deeper level to it as well. Whatever is going on there, because we don't know exactly what's going on, even if we can read the news and we can hear friends talking about it or whatever, we really don't know exactly what's going on. But some deeper level, there is some karma being played out. Sometimes we believe that we come here to build relationships. Actually, we come here to become finished with the relationships, to finish up the past life karmas that we have with those who we are surrounded with. Because some people come for a certain time, yeah? We have noticed. Some people come and we may be friends with them for 3 years, 1 year, and then we are done. So this is a situation with it. We come in and we play this karma. Okay, good or bad. This is why we incarnate, is to have this karma played out. Okay? So, mantras and meditation will make you mentally and emotionally fit. Okay? By doing spiritual practice, especially working with the navel center, I have shown many of you the Uddiyana Bandha and also Agnisara and Noli, which are exercises to develop a lot of prana, a lot of heat to activate the fire element. So I'm not going to demonstrate it now, but you can find it on my website. And Uddiyana Bandha is very, very good. It is like you are breathing out the air and you pull in the stomach like in a vacuum and you just hold it there. This needs to be done in an empty stomach, okay? Like fresh in the morning. Never eat anything before you do this practice, and this will help you to build up and become emotionally strong. Okay, because when there is a lot of fire, we are able to process the emotions quicker. We can go to turbulent situations in life, unusual happenings can come, relationships, and like we see now, we have first all the things that happened for the last 2 years, and now we have this situation. Things happening all the time. How do we adapt to it? Can we stay happy? Can we stay calm? Can we stay peaceful? Can we be there for our brother? Can we be there for our sister? Or do you have so many issues within yourself that you are not even able to reach out and help out? We should always help. We should always be there for one another. It's very, very important. So now, I want to ask if there is any questions today. If there is anyone who wants to ask any questions, it can be anything that's going on in your mind today, anything that's going on in the heart. Let me know and we can do 1 or 2 questions before I go. So nice to see you all here. Hannah, Oliver, very nice to see you here. Heidi, Kaisa, Agneta, Cecilie, Anna, Christina, Jocelyn. Nice to see you all here. Do anyone have any questions that you want to dive deeper into? Please comment and we can go into it. And also nice to see you, Jessica. It's been a long time. Hope everything is good with you. So, no questions? No questions in your mind? Are you sure? Okay. If there is no questions, then we have to do a little mantra, okay? We have to do a little mantra together. So I will chant mantra, and what you have to do is just to work on, just try to be fully absorbed in the mantra. Just try to be totally into the mantra when I chant it, okay? And this mantra will help you, it will help you and protect you, to calm your mind and to come in peace with yourself, to help you handle the situation that's going on in the world, okay? So you stay centered. By that I mean work on being in your heart and being fully absorbed into this mantra, okay? Om Ugram Miram Vaham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Maham Vishnum Jvalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimha Bhishmanam Badram Mrityur Mrityur Namamyaham. So always when we do mantra, and when you chant your own mantra, always sit silently for 2 to 5 minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes, and maybe even go into meditation afterwards, because then you will absorb the energy from the mantra. And maybe some of you are feeling the energy now from the mantra, and then just take this energy with you, and this will help you. It will help you to be strong in this situation that we are facing now, and this phase of energy that is passing on the planet at the moment. So I want to thank you for participating today, and if you feel for it, just spread this video if you feel anyone will gain from it. If you want to dive deeper, just send me a message and we can do something together. You have the link to my website. You can go in and find out more. I have more satsangs, more teachings and things on my website, and everything I do is by donation, so everything is for supporting me, my family, and continue this work and to build up a nice ashram sangha in the future. So yes, thank you for the feedback. Luna, muchas gracias. Heidi, gracias. Wild Amrita, I feel calm, strong, and in peace. Okay, then you see the mantra, it's doing its job. We can keep the mantra, we don't have to fire the mantra. Yeah? So thank you everyone, and I hope to see you guys soon again. Jai Gurudev. Have a beautiful day, or night, or evening, or whatever.